Go for it.
Hey Sam, so what we're working on today is a freshwater intake solenoid for a Jabsco head. So one of the complaints we get a lot of times is, hey, my head, the water going and flowing through my head is so weak, there's barely any water coming in. I've got good freshwater pressure, my freshwater pump is on, but when I hit the flush button, just a little bit of water comes in. The other complaint that we get, which is with the same solenoid right here, is, hey, my toilet is slowly filling with water until it overflows. And the only way I was able to fix it was to shut off the valve. Well, what we're gonna show you today fixes both those problems. So first we take this solenoid off the wall. It just has two spade connectors right here that we plug in. Polarity is not important because it's a DC coil. The other thing is it's got these quick disconnect hose parts. So what you do is you slide this back and there's an O-ring fitting that goes in here, and then you slide this on to lock it. And that locks it in place. So it's a quick disconnect. There's one on the bottom, one on the side. You take those out, pull those two wires off, unscrew it from the wall, and you've got it in your hand. Now the first screw that we remove is going to be the one in the back, because what that does is it takes the solenoid, the electrical part, off and out of the way. And it just pulls straight off like that. This is an electromagnet that pulls up a piston in here that allows it to flush. When we take off the other screws, we're going to have a rubber diaphragm and a tiny little white orifice. So this holds the plate. Then under here will be a rubber washer with an orifice. Okay? See, there's the rubber washer with the white orifice. This is the little piston that pulls up and down. So if this falls apart on you, there's a little spring in there. Don't lose any of these parts. So it goes the spring on top, in here, that goes like that. Then you've got your rubber orifice. Now if it's leaking, what you're looking for is a piece of debris. You're gonna have to look real closely and you look for a piece of debris. If it's not leaking, sometimes what's causing low water flow is there's a piece of debris in here. So I'm gonna blow this out, clean it out real good in the sink, and then we're gonna put it back together and give it a shot.
Go for it.
Okay, so we've rinsed everything out. Now we're gonna reassemble. That goes in there like that. This, make sure we still got our spring and our piston and that moves freely. That's all clean. And that just goes down and pushes on there. We'll want to seat it. See how it seats in there. Okay, then we'll put one of these screws that doesn't interrupt where our solenoid goes. There's 3 of those. Then we'll put the screw that holds the solenoid in place. That just slides down. That holds that on. Now we're ready to reinstall and test.
So are they both on the wall right there, just right next to each other?
Yes. The other one is on the other side.
And we're on a 57, so it's going to be different on every Michelson. Ugh.
So we didn't take a video before, but barely any water was coming into this toilet. So now we're gonna take a video. This is what it should look like. We hit flush, water comes pouring in, it leaves, and then another little flush comes. Success.